Executive Director Ajoke Ayisat Afolabi Foundation, Foluke Ademokun, joins me to discuss International Widows Day. Good to have you join us. If you can hear me, my question is, we understand that now we have more widows in the world because of the COVID-19 pandemic, especially even here in Nigeria, where we used to have very basic archaic practices when it comes to women who have lost their husbands. Talk to us about some of the challenges that widows are facing at this time.
Well, thank you for that question. I'm alluding to your introduction on this subject. Beyond COVID-19, the issue of violence is also increasing, the number of widows, and also changing, the demographics of widows, because you are not talking about older widows, you are talking about younger widows now, and that should be a cause of concern for government and peoples across the world. Yes, we are celebrating the International Widows Day, but I have my reservation with today's celebration, because even the United Nations itself, I don't think they are they have a full grasp of the issues that widows face. Look back from 2017 to 2021, check the theme of Widows Day. You will see that it's been recycled. You have this invisible women, invisible problem that has been repeated about 4 or 5 times. So if the United Nations itself does not understand this subject matter, how can you convince government across the world to begin to pay attention to it? So I'm asking you as a media group that is very credible to also take up these issues. We can't be repeating the same thing. There's something wrong. It's either the people who are designing the team, they don't have understanding of the subject, or somebody is just being lazy mentally to confront these issues. Yes, to your question.
And perhaps, sorry to interrupt you, perhaps this is some sort of a shadow of the bigger problem. If we're also recycling themes, it shows that, look, there is actually a bigger problem of widows really they don't matter to a lot of people. It takes an individual to say, what can I do for widows? Sometimes people don't even recognize that, they're a part of the larger challenges that we are all facing. So talk to us about what can be done. Is it from the policy aspect? Is it from behavioral change? What can we do?
Thank you. I think it's a combination of factors. We talk about traditional practices that stem from patriarchy, from discriminatory environment in terms of culture, from socialization. Yes, on the individual basis, we need to change our attitude, we need to change our behavior, we need to address the issue of stigmatization, the issue of bias against widows. We must address that. At the national level, we need to talk about policies also. We need to look at our gender policy to see how much does it attend to the issue that concerns to widows. We also, at the organizational level, I think Human Resource Department will also need to pay some attention to the way employees fill forms or
we're having network challenges there with Foluke. Just to make an important point about how we can all treat widows better. We'll bring you more on that conversation. All right, we have Foluke now. Please go on with your thoughts.
Yeah, thank you. So at the organizational level, we also need to begin to pay some attention to employee matters. Because I've worked for widows for over a decade now, and I see that even at organizational level there are issues. At the legal level, in terms of awareness, in terms of helping families, not just men this time, to look at the issue of will, so that they are not just taking unprepared. These are things that we need to look at. We need to look at our laws in terms of maybe the violence against person prohibition. Our law is also looking at the issue of widows. We need to look at that globally. We need to look at the Sustainable Development Goals. Goal 5. Goal 5, talks about gender equality. It's also, address the issue of harmful practices. But my sister, I tell you, if you look at that goal, it does not even mention widows. And you are talking about millions in terms of population. So why is the world silent about the issues? Why is it's like this, and nobody just wants to look at it? We chose to make them invisible. It isn't that they are invisible. Widows are not invisible. They are part of our everyday reality. But for some reasons, the whole world has chosen to make them invisible. So we need to look, at this. And our policymakers begin to, when you talk about women, don't look at women as one homogeneous in a group. Women are not homogeneous. Different women with different life experiences make up that group of women. So we must begin at policy level to see how we address issues that pertain to women.
And not just put women, in one box, but actually look at it individually, pertaining to our challenges. And I guess one day is not also enough to have this conversation. Widows should be remembered every single day. And we hope that as a larger society, we continue to do that. Executive Director Ajoke Ayisat, Afolabi Foundation, Foluke Ademokun, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, TV.